Hey, how's it going, guys? In this video, I'm going to share a tip on how you can earn some beer money with Parsing. So I came across this Reddit post, and unfortunately this person deleted the post. But the task was this person was asking for someone to do some data entry task from this website. Let me close this. So this website is the DC metro area pipeline, so for different real estate listings. And the poster was looking to pay 3 cents per listing. So if you do the data entry task to record information for each listing, then this person was going to pay you 3 cents. And from this website, it tells you that we have 560 projects. So if we grab a calculator, and if we times 3 cents by 360, and that means you can earn up to $16.80 if you do the data entry test to record all the listings. And imagine that if you do this by hand, it's going to take quite some time to finish the task. But if we use Python, we can probably finish this task within like 5 seconds, and we can, quickly earn $16 or $17 in maybe 20 minutes of work. So that's what I'm going to show you how we can use Python to automate things such like this. So in the future, when you encounter similar tasks, then you can pretty much easily to automate the process to let Python to do the work for you. So here, let me go into my Visual Studio Code. I'll be using 3 different libraries. The first library is the requests library, Beautiful Soup, and Pandas. The first step I always do is I'll go to the page and I'll hover my mouse to the information I need to retrieve. For example, the poster was looking to record just the location information, project type, status, and size. So I'm going to hover my mouse to the listing title. I'm using Firefox, by the way. And if I right click my mouse and click on Inspect Elements, my developer tool window will pop up, and it's going to select the element that associated to this title element on this page. Now I just need to figure out the structure of the HTML markup that I can use to grab all the listings in one shot. So here, let me move these to the right. So what I usually do is I'll hover my mouse until I see an element that highlight all the items that I want to retrieve. If I hover my mouse to the pipeline list ID, and that's going to highlight all the listings on this page. And unfortunately, when I use the pipeline list ID, it only gets me the first 3 listings. It's going to encounter a problem like this every once in a while, when Beautiful Soup is unable to recognize all the contents within a tag. In that case, we need to look for a different pattern. And unfortunately, the page structure is very well organized. So if we look at all the listings, and we can see that all the listings share the same class name, pipeline item clickable. And this is the pattern that I'm going to use to extract all the listing information. I'm going to import the requests library first, and let me increase the font size. Okay. And I also need to import the Beautiful Soup class. So from BS4, I'll import Beautiful Soup class. Let's call this person client. Since the client wants to store the information in an Excel file, so I'm going to use Panda to store the information and export the data set to an Excel file. I'm going to create a variable to store the page URL. Now we can make a request code to get the content. So I'm going to insert the requests library .get. I'll insert the URL. And here I can create my soup object. I'll insert the beautiful soup library, not library class. And here I'll insert the response object .content. And for the method, I'm going to use the HTML parser method. Now I'm going to just run the highlighted code. If I go into my terminal, if I print the soup object, and based on the amount of information that is retrieved, I can safely assume that all the listing informations are extracted. Now let's go back to the markup. As I mentioned before, all the listings share the same class name, so I'm going to use the pipeline item clickable class name and to retrieve all the listing information. So here I'll insert the soup object. And I'll use the find all method. And I want to search for the div tag. And for the attributes, we know it's going to be a class, followed by the class name. And we can actually just provide pipeline item. We don't need the space clip, so it's like that. And I'll store the output to an object called pipeline items. Now let me just run line 9 by itself. And if I use the length function to get the element count, and we get 560 items. And if we go back to the page, the pipeline page, and from the top, it tells us that this page contains 560 projects. So that means that based on this information, and we have successfully extract all the markup for all the listings. Now we just need to extract all the relevant information that we need to store in an Excel spreadsheet. Here I'm going to create a list object. I'm going to name the object rows. I'm also going to create my columns to pass to the data frame object. And let me just take a quick look. We need to extract the listing title, as well as the listing URL, the image URL, and these 4 information: location, project type, status, and size. So if we go back to the markup for each container, let's call it container, from this div class pipeline item element, and we can see that this element already contains the image URL. And if we expand some of the information, there's also another A tag. And this A tag actually contains more information that is relevant to our to this task, such as the listing title, the listing URL, the image URL. And let's see, so that's the image width and height. We don't need that. If I expand the P tag, so here are the information that are associated to different properties. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just finish the remaining of the script, so you can see how I was able to quickly extract all the information into an Excel spreadsheet. So I'm going to have, let's see, I'm going to have 7 columns: listing title, listing URL, listing image URL, location, project type, status, and size. And here I forgot the single quotation. We know the pipeline items object contains all the listings, so I'm going to insert a loop. I'm going to say that for item in pipeline items. To extract the title, the image URL, and the page URL, so I'm going to reference the A tag. So from the item object, I can directly reference the A tag. And I want to grab the title, the page URL, and for the image, we need to insert the image tag followed by the image source. Now I need to create variables to store each value, and this one will be listing title, listing URL, listing image URL. And we insert notes, so title, image URL, listing URL. And to extract the location, project type, status, and size, I need to array all the p tags. So to find all the p tag within the item object, so I'll use the find all method, and I'll just look for the p tag. So I'm going to say that for p tag in from this output. So I'm going to ignore the h2 tag. So I'm going to insert if condition to say that if not, p tag .h2, .h2. Then I'm going to check the property title. So if I expand the p tag, so for example like this one, within this p tag we have two taxes. One is the location and the other one is the location name. We want to ignore the first text because that's just the property title. And our main goal is to extract the value only. So here I'm going to check what category or what type is the property title fell into. So insert the p tag object .span .text, and if the text is equals to location, let me delete this. They want to remove the span tag. Oops. So I can use the extra method to remove the tag. I can store the information to a variable. So insert the p tag object .text. In case if there are extra space, they want to remove the extra space. I don't know why it doesn't indent correctly. It's okay. I'm going to check for the other three properties. So I'll copy. Should me do this one first? Actually, I'll just copy this line. I'll just change the text. This one will be project type. And I'll copy these two lines. And here I'll just copy these three lines, and I'll just make two more copies. Now we need to change each variable accordingly. So property location will become property type. And this one will be status. I will change these to property status and size. And once we extract all the values, and what I usually like to do is I like to store the information in a row object first. And it's going to be a list. And the first one will be listing title, listing URL, listing image URL, location, type, status, and size. I will append the row object to the rows object. And once this loop is finished, then I can create my data frame object. I'll insert the rows object and the columns to the columns parameter. And since I want to save the dataset to an Excel file, so I'll insert the toExcel method. And I'll give an Excel name. So let's call this DC pipeline properties .excelSX. I'm going to ignore the index. I also want to print a message, file saved. Now let me go to my folder and let me delete this Excel file. Now let me terminate the session. Now if I press F5 to run the script, oh, and here I have a typo. So this should be extract. Alright, let me try again. And property size, property type is not defined. Oh, okay, I see the issue now. Let me zoom in a little bit more. So if we look at the property title, for project type, the T is actually lowercase. And here I'm using uppercase T. So let me fix that. Alright, so I think that was the issue. Now if I run the script again, and this time I get the message file saved. And if we go back to my folder and here's the Excel file, if I open the Excel file and just to quickly examine the content, so we have the listing title, listing URL, the unit size, and the image URL. So this is everything I want to share in this video, and hopefully you guys found the video useful. And as always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.